this will work. Okay, we're recording. So anytime that you're ready, go ahead and, do you want me to ask the question again?
The most meaningful thing that I have seen Temple do this year is to rise to the challenges that COVID has brought, not only to our local community and our temple, but to the entire world. We all remember very well how frightening it was at first to face the unknown and the future that we didn't know how long would last, and we still don't know how long will last. And we didn't know how any of us would be able to rise to that occasion, let alone our beloved institution at the top of Stanton. And how could we possibly have guessed how beautifully our rabbi, our music director, our board of trustees, the temple staff, and the entire congregation would be able to come together and offer not only enough to keep us busy on a daily basis, but more than we could possibly do. I think that's what has impressed me more than anything about what Temple has accomplished this year. So now's a good time for me, on behalf of many, I'm sure, to thank Rabbi Ben, to thank Carlos, to thank Linda, to thank the Board of Trustees at David Leffman's helm, to thank the staff under the Executive Director, Sally, to thank all of the committee heads and their workers, and every person who has become involved to help all of us stay safe and to stay sane and to remain actively Jewish during this time. As for myself, I'm not one who just jumps into everything, but there's one type of volunteer work that I've engaged in this year that has become so meaningful to me. As part of the caring committee, I have made two types of phone calls. I've called a group of people every month, sometimes by phone, as I said, calling, and sometimes I've sent holiday greeting cards to a group of people, changing the groups every several months. I can be very chatty, as you can tell, but at the same time, sometimes I have trouble sustaining a meaningful conversation. And so it has been a real blessing to me for people to welcome, usually my phone calls, to see how they're doing. And they in turn to see how I'm doing and to chat about how we're coping and what we're doing to cope during the challenging times of COVID. Then I've had another smaller group of more elderly individuals. A few of these I have known for many years, and a few I've just met. And in a few of those cases, a few of the ladies have just brought me to their hearts, and I have brought them to mine, as if we'd known each other for many years. In one case, we said, I feel as if I've known you most of my life. What a blessing. It's indicative not just of this time of COVID, it's indicative of how people need each other and reach out to each other. So what I've learned in this is that I will no longer hesitate to volunteer as have had in the past. And I would encourage any of you who have hesitated not to. Find what's right for you in the Temple volunteer community or the El Paso volunteering community, and just try it. you will find something that's right for you, and you will find the other person on the receiving end of that blessing who's right for you. And those connections will be so important for you and for the other people involved. Thanks for listening. That's what volunteering is about as well.
Thank you, Rachelle. Stop the recording.